Do you know what I think one of the biggest cons going is? Makeup. See, I mean, there's something inherently wrong with makeup, which is that it contains lots of lovely chemicals like phthalates. I can never say that word right. And these things aren't good for you. General rule of thumb: if you wouldn't, like, would you eat foundation? No. Why would you smear it on your face then? But aside from that, one of my biggest problems with makeup is the trick that it pulls. See, when most girls start wearing makeup, it's usually when they're like teenagers and stuff, and so they have this kind of like they have this desire for acceptance and validation, and they think that they're going to get that like by their looks. And makeup companies know this. You know, they know that's the spot, that's the insecurity to go for. It's to try and convince girls that they're somehow substandard, or that they don't look right, or stuff like that. Let me let you in on a secret, girls. We're not that picky. But the other thing that so what they basically do is they kind of like prey on that insecurity and put supermodels on their adverts, and then kind of try and kind of like tickle the point that if you don't look like, you know, one of the most attractive women in the world, you're somehow not good enough. And so that drives the fear, that drives the anxiety, that drives the mental illness, right? But then what they also do is they say, right, okay, but buy our product and then you will be good enough. Which makes the person associate putting the makeup on with that feeling of validation, which isn't right. But here's where it properly gets to me, is that when a person puts the makeup on and they feel good because they've got the makeup on, but what they don't realise is that that makeup is damaging their skin, it's clogging their pores, it's disrupting their sebaceous glands, you know, it's doing all sorts of things to them. And so after a while their skin is going to look pretty rough and ragged because it's been exposed to such damaging chemicals for so long. And what then happens is that they get up and they look in the mirror and their skin is not looking great. So what's the thing that gets triggered at that point? The thing that gets triggered is that they look in the mirror and they think, I'm not looking like a supermodel, what should I do? Go out and buy more makeup? And that's why I find it so like damaging, is because you know, it's, first of all, it preys on an insecurity, and that is not a nice thing to do. As I said, I did a video ages ago, is you don't prey on someone's fears. That's not nice, because when somebody is fearful, they're not themselves, they're not thinking straight. And then to kind of profit from that, but then to kind of like to do them that disservice so that they will always need makeup, it's wrong. It's wrong, and it's like convincing them that so I've had partners in the past, and they've said to me, oh well, I put the makeup on and it's like a confidence thing. And I used to think to myself, do you know what, you are the same beautiful person whether or not you cake your face with benzenes.